testes. So I made a few attempts at making videos because I had some phenomenal fucking experiences in a very small time. I was trying to end my 42 7 times 6 rounds of life to begin today my 7th round of 7 years. Today I am 43. I become locked in at 7:14. I am so excited. Not really. The one material thing that I jonesed for and still do that has not been satiated, accessed, experienced, remembered is woman. Now on that I've slightly got a little bit of a, I don't know what you call it, will to power, something like that. I've tried a few of the different apps, but they don't let you talk to people, and I get way in there too deep before I find out, and that just pisses me off. You know, I understand why they want to make money. It makes perfect sense. But there are apps where you can meet and talk to people without being totally they just seems like extra shitty. Of all the shitty things to get people at the threshold of communicating, of course girls can. They use the women like fucking what they are. Hot fucking tamales. And I want one to put it in my mouth for my birthday, as if I deserve. And I made another video. Now here's what's weird about this one. And this was mixed in, this part, but I lost it. Because for whatever reason, it chose to delete it. When I went through the steps to make sure I didn't do that, because it would have pulled it out from what the multiple media presentation that I had on the cutting block. And once you make it, you're good. But in between the time, I couldn't make it because when I pressed the button, it wanted me to drop data weight. So I did and attempted to do it and still lost it anyway. In fact, I would have had to probably lose it. I didn't have any space. I was looking at Google Earth though. I think it was, and it was just Google Earth, and I hit the dice and it took me over Germany. And I think it took me somewhere else, but right next to it was Kelheim. I was like, Kelheim? Let me throw my drop-down guy into this and see what appears in the 3D landscape. So I did, and I came down and it started to clear up, and right in front of me is a car and it says Mr. 33. I was like, well, that's very strange. I didn't make it but a quarter turn around from that place, and there was a guy just mean mugging the shit out of me that looked like me with short hair. Like, I used to look like this guy with short hair and certain clothes on. It was just bizarre. It really was. It was fucking bizarre. I'm pretty sure that was his photo globe. bubble because he was in the middle of it. But I don't understand why he chose to alienate and hard response to those who he had made that bubble for. I don't have any understanding. It was very strange. It felt weird to the negative, sort of. Anyway, I lost it. There is a Kelheim. I would have never thought so. I did conflate it with all things Norse, just a little bit. I'm not like an authority. I can say Niflheim too. And just mean fallen angels or offsprings. Fallen angels, Niflheim. I like that word better. It's inappropriate, but you know what? I don't care. I've chosen it. Another thing that I'd learned or witnessed or realized, I just happened upon this book, which I've been listening to through the reader, and it's giving me some very detailed personal information regarding very easily sounds like me. Sounds like things I've asked for help on. You know, maybe this is one of the ways the Spirit does it. It's the only thing I can walk away with. I can't wrap my head around it because there's something in it so technical I haven't been able to pull it off yet. To be perfectly honest, making it to this day, the 4th day, in the beginning of a new wave, this will be the first time I've actually had any standing on what it actually meant or anything, what its relation was to the prior two. See, the first one, it's the magnetic tone, and it's attracting, unifying, doing all this shit to bring in what we need. The only problem is their problem. And if they have it, they have to let us know, because we're done as far as I'm concerned. They didn't bring anything up. You had mentioned it. I think you were going the same way I went. Who knows? We just had to agree to disagree. Always try it better. Alright. I tell myself, and he agrees. And feels slightly guilty. I feel it. I feel your guilt, Ego. It might be the first time I've ever experienced anything like that from Alter Ego. He doesn't like it. He tells me in my head that he's gonna demand fucking satisfaction. Motherfucker. He's getting the white glove and he'll have it on him at all times. I was like, great. Whatever. We'll do this. So in this book that I'd found that has, I even tried to make a little bit of it playing in the background to be the anime, because I took as many similar themed or the correct themed or whatever actually affects the weather. My body's already trying to pass back out. It keeps me up, even on nights that I don't sleep. It makes sure I can't fucking go to sleep at night. What the fuck? But it's already biosynchronized. It says, oh, the sun's coming up. I'll just crash. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up, motherfucker. Are you actually helping or not? It's like, look, I don't speak the same language as you. The ego's not me. You need an emissary. I need my own emissary for underworld archetype work. I learned a lot of shit about archetypes. Already kind of knew a lot. Not to say anything, but hey, this has got most of the same themes on it. Monoliths. That's rich. So, pardon me, like I said, pardon me for dropping out from operating mode. There's this weird loud buzz, such at the periphery of my able to hear it, and it is sharp, and it would cause me pain. But I've got two frequencies. I've got a lower one that's actually a higher sound, and then the other one, which is louder and still bass. For whatever reason. Pretend it was a favor. And let yourself make it. Don't tell yourself, but interact with that slightly rogue element of your own self with a little more whip and pizzazz. Margarita chills with Mr. Jones. Like to see ya, but he ain't got no bones. 'Cause his surgery getting. I guess if you drop something amongst your coworker and somewhat quote unquote friend, even if this was the first day, it should carry over some of the exuberance to which the keto now is flavored. That's my special wish. I'm pretty sure, but I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a robot. I am a superhuman hybrid Holland. I am not here. There's no use to put anything in my brain. It is irrelevant. All that great footage gone? Shut the fuck up. Keep your mouth to yourself. I haven't even disclosed none of it yet. To my dad, who will either notice it because it's simply said or fail to see. Huh. She does look like some sort of jungle news observer. This just in, wildlife. Still pretty wild. They don't know what you're talking about. And feel for it. Oh yeah, I guess not. I was asleep, wasn't I? You just fall right back to sleep so fast and start having dreams. I hit the ground running. I really do. I just start fucking dreaming. Usually it's just about what's already going on. Like, I sat here and watched some of the, whatchamacallit, turn into a animal show, like a Jack Hanna show, or a Rachel. She used to be one. She's a good host. All I know is the host was a female. And what I can do with that, literally nothing. I will try to fight the sleepiness, but for a period of time, I'm just going to surrender, because now I can trick it into it. It's early enough. If it gets lazy on me and I can't sleep, that's a real nightmare for me. Unless somehow the fault in that I can't sleep is mine. That's a dynamic yes or no question you're just not going to be able to ever comprehend unless it's you. But I know that just only skin deep. It seems like a real wise policy to run it next to Brandon. You mean Pelosi? No, Biden. Whoa, say that correctly? And say it in a fluid motion. I am tired of malarkey. I am through with the low carpet Earth orbit mess. I speak the words of power against it, that it will not become so easy, man. Yeah, if that motherfucker was trying to organize or doing something himself, it's gonna be glitching. So there you go. If I were to tell you what I just saw in that brief period of time, I won't do it. It's for your fucking safety and your precious COVID status.